Joel 3. For behold, in these days, and in that time, when I shall bring back the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather together all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. I think it's interesting because there's a story of Balaam and Jehoshaphat. Balaam was the father, Jehoshaphat was his son. He was a king that ruled in India. He threw his son Jehoshaphat into prison while he murdered Christians because he was prophesied to by his seers, or whatever they're called, that his son would one day become a convert to Christianity. And this is what he did to avoid it. And I thought, oh, how did this king in India end up naming his son this name? You see what I'm saying? So, anyways, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my inheritance Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and have parted my land. I think it's the book of Amos. I think that's where Vincent and Lex always point out they divided the land in straight lines. And they have and they have cast lots upon my people, and the boys they have put in the stalls, and the girls they have sold for wine, that they may drink. But what have you to do with me, O Troy, in Sidon, and all the coast of the Philistines? Will you revenge yourself on me? And if you revenge yourself on me, I will very soon return you a recompense upon your own head. Uh-oh, let me turn this down. For you have taken away my silver and my gold, and my desirable and most beautiful things you have carried into your temples. See, that's interesting, because that sounds like Tomb Raiders, right? Right? But this sounds like they're doing it for their religion instead of doing it for fame and historical, recognition, right? This sounds almost like, how would you put it? See, on one hand, I think of the Spaniards, right? That they would take the Most High stuff and put it in their cathedrals, right? And then I think on the other hand, the Chinese, how they would take this and put it in their temples. So I mean, you just got it's that's what was going through my mind when I think about that. And the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem you have sold into to the children of the Greeks, that you may remove them far off from their own country. I have another video I'm going to do after this one, and it's literally about the history of Asia. And yeah, the war that was fought there, and this is the way to get rid of the people. This is the way to get the Bantu people out of Taiwan and into Africa. So, all right. The Greeks that, afar off. Behold, I will raise them up out of the place wherein you have sold them, and I will return your recompense upon your own heads, and I will sell your sons and your daughters by the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabines. Was it Saudi? No, that's Iraq, right? I don't remember. I think it's either Saudi. These are Saudis. I think it's Saudis. Yeah. that live in Afghanistan, or not Afghanistan, but Iraq, a nation far off, for the Ishi have spoken it. See, this is going to be a total role reversal because, oh my goodness, because look, I've been looking for this. I've been looking for this. Remember, I always said there's something wrong with the Bantu migration. It looked like somebody picked them up and dropped them off on the west coast of Africa. When everything else is, all of the other stories about civilization is supposed to be on the East Coast. You have what, the Ethiopians, you have, Egypt, you have Jerusalem, you have Yemen, you have Saudi Arabia, all on one side, and then all of a sudden on the other side, there's the Bantu, and the Bantu spread out all over the place. Now, I have a book. I have the book now that tells you from an African's perspective that these people are the remnant of people that were in what is that place there? What are those people that brag and say they're the perfect creation? Not Taiwan. Shoot, I can't think of it. Korea. They were in Korea. Thank you. That they were in China. That there was a war that kicked them, killed a lot of them, and had the rest of them kicked out of their country. Oh my goodness. This is what this is. And maybe this is because it's fresh on my mind. I'm thinking that way. But the ones that were kicked out were probably sent to Africa then. All right. Proclaim ye this among the nations. Prepare war. Arise up. Rouse up the strong. Let them come. Let all the men of war come up. Cut your plowshares into swords, and your what is this? Spades into spears? Let the weak say, I am strong. Okay, proud. Go before the fall. Break forth and come, all ye nations, from round about, and gather yourself together. There will the Ishi cause all thy strong ones to fall down. Let them arise, and let the nations come up into the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there I will set to judge all nations round about. Let's see. Put ye in sickles, for the harvest is ripe. Come and go down, for the press is full. Come and go down, for the press is full. The fats run over, for their wickedness is multiplied. Nations and nations in the valley of destruction, for the day of the Ishi is near, and in the valley of destruction. The sun and the moon are darkened, and the stars have withdrawn their shining. And the Ishi shall roar out of Sion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth shall be moved. And the Ishi shall be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel. And you shall know that I am the Ishi, your Elohah, dwelling in Sion, my holy mountain. And Jerusalem shall be holy, and strangers shall pass through it no more. See, it sounds like somebody already knows where his holy mountain is, right? Oh, no, it's speaking of Jerusalem specifically. And it's a tourist attraction. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down sweetness, and the hills shall flow with milk, and the waters shall flow through all the rivers of Judah. Yeah, all these people talking about, oh, hey, there's gonna be war over clean water. You got the CEO of Nesquik. Water is not a God-given right. You should be charged for water. So We'll see how much your plans work when it comes to the Most High, buddy. Let's see. Shall come forth, and the fountain shall come forth in the house of the Ishi, and shall water the terrain of thorns. Of thorns. There we go. Let's see. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom a wilderness destroyed, because they have done unjust against the children of Judah, and have shed innocent blood in their land. And Judah shall be inherited forever, and Jerusalem to generations and generations. And I will cleanse their blood, which I had not cleaned, and the Ishi will dwell in Sion. So I thought it was a pretty good chapter. Really enlightening.